few proposals to different training companies.
Mhm.
So primarily what I look for, I
Mhm.
mean, what is that I can offer? So that is basically the dimension in which generally I'll do.
Great.
So definitely, see, it generally happens in two ways. Sometimes the organizations will contact and they will say, this is what we want. And then based on their needs, I will structure a proposal. That is one way. So there I'll have more clarity in the sense, if I have already done a discussion with them, then definitely what is the objective of the training, even the training name, if I have put some name for that particular training, the schedule, everything. I mean, schedule in the sense the number of participants, the time which I need, what will be the mode of facilitation, whether it will be activity oriented or will it be having one trainer or multiple trainers, and what are the requirements which I expect from them, mobile chairs, audio setup, all those elements will be included. And so there are some generic proposals if I'm approaching somebody for the very first time. So I'll go through their what are the areas in which they need, particularly for the MBA colleges and all. They might be looking for placement. So if that is kind of proposal which I'm going to make, then I'll be including the contents, what are the that I'll be offering, the days which I'll be on, all those elements, and obviously outcome will also be there.
Great.
What I got interested in the proposal video that you have made is there. It's making proposal and it's like becoming a partner. So that is something which I'm very curious to learn from you, because I think that should be the right way to make proposal. Because most of the times we stay outside, and when we offer something, we might have less clarity on what is actually they need.
Right.
But when you actually see them as a partner
Mhm.
and working together to make a proposal, that seems more futuristic and growth oriented. So that's what made me feel to attend this particular session. Yeah.
Great. Great.
Thank you, Elvis.
Anyone else? Any one of you would like to share? Maybe if you have a little different take or something that no one has shared till now on proposal making. Anyone? Priya?
Vinod, you want to share because he's unmuted?
I'm sorry, who's that?
Vinod.
Okay, Vinod.
Do you want to share? No. Okay, he's just unmuted.
Yes, welcome Priya. I think Priya is a new face. I've not seen Priya before.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Yes, I have joined for the first time.
Okay. From where are you, Priya? Which place?
I'm based out of Surat, Gujarat.
Oh, great. Fantastic. How did you come to know about this program? This session?
I joined that group, and one of my friend shared the link to join that group.
Okay. Great. Fantastic.
So just we can set the tone and the rules for this session. So that we make sure, because this is going to be a crisp and short meeting, because we have a meeting at 7 o'clock also. Okay. So just all fellow trainers, we are inviting all of you to be crisp and clear in what you want to communicate. Okay. So make sure that you gather your thoughts, what you want to share with us, and make sure that it is you ask your question or you speak what you want to share your views in a minute. Okay.
Yes.
Because after that, I will be muting all of you so that we can have the session and have Elvis share what he's up to sharing today. So thank you all for cooperating.
Okay, and just guys, I would encourage you to come on your videos. Yeah, that would make the session more engaging. Or else I can see only your names. It is like speaking to the screen. Yes, I would like to see your wonderful faces. And so yes, as Bina said, we can intervene in 3 modes. You can either ask a question, you can either share your thoughts. Okay, you can either share a difference of opinion, whatever. Yeah. and we'll limit the intervention times. Yeah, it is not more than 2 minutes. If you think someone is getting too much stretched, we'll just make a T sign. Yeah, it's a symbol for him that you are, going beyond the limit. So we'll
Time up. Okay, time up.
Yeah, time up. This is a time up sign. Okay, great, fantastic. So yes, guys, most of the time proposals are not made. Okay, the key message what I want to give you today is proposal is not just a formal document. It is an invitation to partnership. Proposal is not just a formal document. It is an invitation to partnership. Yes. Do you all agree? Do you all believe?
Yeah.
Yes, it is an invitation to collaborate as a training partner. So when I say partnership, that means becoming a training partner with the company. Yeah. So I would like to begin this with one question. What do you think is the first step to build your proposal? Any three of you can share your views. Any three. Today we have the time only up to 6:50 because we also have a Tuesday learning session that happens on every Tuesday. So therefore we will wind up by 6:50 sharp. Any three of you could share your takes. We all are highly experienced trainers here. Yeah. So you all are co-facilitators with me in this session. Any three of you can share your take. What is that first step to building a proposal for your client?
So the first, if I can go ahead.
Yes, yes.
So the first, according to me, is identifying what are the pain points.
Great.
Because what I feel is the client is not really interested in hearing about you. They're more interested about what is it that you know about them.
Exactly. Wonderful. Wonderful. Anyone else? Yes. Welcome, Pooja. Welcome, Sangeeta.
Yeah, Elvis, I think we need to have clarity on the needs of the organization or the firm. So
yeah, as I already mentioned, it is to understand their pains. What are their training needs? Yeah. First pain, then what training needs can address those pains. Great. Any one last person?
Daisy has written, know your clients.
Okay, knowing your clients, wonderful.
So after, can I?
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
Manisha.
Yeah. So after understanding the training need and analysis, when we design the proposal, we have to give them exact flow of the session. So generally what I do, I start, suppose I make columns and I start with my icebreaker activity. So I give the time, this will take 15 minutes. So I give them exact time for each and every activity. So that gives them a clarity and why that activity, the objective of that activity. So entire flow of the session is given considering that it has to be completed on time. So that's what I do. Yeah, flow of the session is important. After that,
timeline you give
with all the activities, what all we are going to cover after understanding the training need, what are the topics that we are going to cover, when will be the tea break, lunch break, considering all that time.
Okay, so that would be a session plan.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that I do in the proposal also. I give that in the proposal.
Great. Yeah, that can be a part. It's one of the ingredients of the proposal. We will come to that. What are the 8 steps, 8 main headers that need to be there in your proposal? Yeah, we are coming to that. Great. So yes. So basically, guys, a proposal is nothing but just an outline of your training program, the plan that you have. Yeah, and the metaphor that you can use to remember this is like an architect who is going to construct a building. He has a plan. Yeah, he has an outline that here will be the parking, here is the residence, here is the lawn, right? It's like just a blueprint, an outline. So your proposal is just an outline, okay, of your training program. It is just a proposal of your training program. So I would also say that every proposal is a story waiting to be told. So try to make your story a compelling one. Yeah. Every proposal is a story waiting to be told. It It is just giving a preview of what is coming further. Yes. So let's move very quickly to the 8 steps. Yeah, the 8 steps or the 8 headers that need to be there in your proposal. You may use this as your template. The first is, as someone already mentioned, it is objectives and outcomes. The 2 O's, the objectives and the outcomes. So whenever you make a session plan also, yes, every topic needs to have an objective and an outcome. Now, some of you may have a question, what is objective and what is outcome? Are they the same? So objectives, the 3 differences between objective and outcome. The first difference, objective is something before the training, outcome is something after the training. The second difference is objectives is related to learning goals. What are going to be the learning goals? Outcomes are the result goals or outcome goals simply, right? So, for example, let's take an example. The third point, let's take an example to understand this. So, for example, today, this session, what is the learning goal? Can you tell me what is the learning goal?
How to make proposals.
Great. How to make effective proposals. What can be the outcome goal?
We making
Polished
better
proposals.
proposals, quality proposals.
Yeah, maybe the outcome of this session today is increasing your acceptance ratio of your proposal that you sent to your clients by 20%. Okay, maybe out of 10 proposals, 6 of your proposals are rejected. Maybe the client is not happy. Okay, but post this session, the outcome is that now we'll reduce it. It will become only to 4 rejections, not 6. So that is the outcome. For example, if you're doing a communication training, let's understand it more through examples. Okay. For example, you're doing a communication training. What do you think can be a learning goal?
Or learning goal.
Learning goal for a communication training.
How to communicate better.
Okay, how to communicate more effectively.
Steps to communicate effectively.
Great. So people start effectively communicating with each other, with subordinates, with superiors. Right? That can be a learning goal. What can be the outcome goal?
Awareness of how to speak.
Improved way of communication.
That is coming under learning goal.
Yeah.
After in the training, they will be learning this. But what will be the outcome of this learning?
They are doing presentations on their own. They are confidently speaking up in meetings.
Yeah.
Okay.
If it is for customers, like if you're communicating to customers, then it could be like if the customer satisfaction ratio has gone up.
Okay, maybe the CSAT will go up by 20%. Okay, if you're doing a communication training for sales people, maybe the sales will increase by 20%. That is the outcome goal.
Yeah.
Okay, if you're doing it for a department where there are a lot of interdepartmental conflicts, okay, maybe the conflicts will reduce by 50%. You will have less complaints. Okay, or if you're doing it for a team of engineers or IT people who are working on a project, the outcome can be that a project will be met in the given deadline, because now they're effectively communicating. There are no miscommunications, no misunderstandings. Yes, are you getting it, guys? What very thin line. Sometimes we may get confused. We may jump from objective to outcome, outcome to objective. Yes, let's understand it through one more example. Last example, yeah, the third one. If you're doing a leadership training, can you tell me what can be the learning goal?
I mean, after the the person should be able to manage the team well.
Okay, That
Gain
is
the skill,
learning goal. What will be the
learning goal.
gaining the skills to manage the team.
Okay. Okay. Getting better at team management. Okay.
Yeah.
What else?
Knowing better
How
about
to
the
be
leadership styles.
How to be a leader?
how to be an
Okay.
effective leader.
Yeah.
How to lead the
Knowing
team effectively. Okay, great.
How to lead a team effectively, how to identify the strengths of a team, how
Wonderful.
to
How to identify the strengths of the team
your team
members,
members.
giving the right task to the right person,
And
learning that,
understanding team.
understanding
Having empathy,
okay, great, wonderful. Many
leading by example.
great, fantastic. So it can be also like people start becoming more accountable and taking ownership. Okay. Now this is a learning goal. They have learned to become accountable and taking ownership. What will be the outcome of this?
It
Team
could be
produces
reduced
good-
attrition.
Yeah.
Okay, reduce attrition. Okay.
Improved.
Team is delivering
quality.
in time.
Team is delivering in time. Okay, great, fantastic.
Improved performance by 10% or 20%.
Okay, wonderful. So on-time delivery, maybe, right? If it is a product or a service, because now people are accountable. It can also be, no blame games happening.
Mm.
Increased team spirit, because now no one is blaming each other, no one is complaining. They are taking accountability, they are taking ownership. Is it clear, guys? Objective and outcome. This was just the first header of your session proposal. Okay.
So you said 3 points. So before, after, learning goals, result goals. What's the
third
third
is
one?
examples. Okay, the third point is examples. Any doubts, guys, here? This is the most important. Any doubts here? Great. So see, a session plan is also a tracker for you. It's also a tracker for you, your sessions, especially when you're making a training calendar for the client. If you're designing a training journey for the client. The second one is target audience or client details. You can just call it client details. Yeah, the client name, the location. I also put address and all everything in my proposals. You can choose to put that. Yes, the client details, the type of organization. Yes, you may also include training details, like what date is the training decided for, what was the discussion you had with the client. The client said so and so. Yeah, you can also include that. The number of trainees, the type of trainees, are they managers, are they supervisors, the category of your trainees.
I have a
All
doubt.
these can come under your client details.
I have a doubt here. Like,
Yes, sir.
yeah. So here, the target audience. So as you said about like, when was the training and when was the audience and everything. Actually, this is a proposal making, right?
Right.
Yeah. Before that, how can we know about it?
You have met the client, no?
Yeah.
So
Okay.
what Elroy shared, what I guess I forgot the name. So the first step of your proposal is meeting the client.
Okay. Okay. Got it.
So in your proposal, whatever you have discussed with the client will come there. Whatever pains the client has mentioned. Okay. What can you expect out of the training? So these are the solutions that we are going to give to you for your pains.
Got it.
So all that the client has said, when you have a client meeting, you need to note those things because they will be going into your proposal. Yes, Elroy, you have to share something.
So I guess what Sainath is referring to is when you're making these cold calls and we send random proposals. That's when we may not have the details of the client in particular, but otherwise, what we are talking right now is about having a discussion, understanding the problem, and then presenting.
Right. Even on a call, you can get some details, maybe, why do they need this training? What is that pain area, right? Try to make at least these 2-3 pointers. Because we'll see now in the further steps, where would they be fitting in. The third step is content outline. Just give an outline of your content. Only the skeleton. Many trainers are also asked, sometimes the client will tell you, share all the details, give us the content.
PPT.
PPT भेजो. बॉस PPT फुकट में नहीं मिलेगा, अभी सिर्फ आउटलाइन मिलेगा. ओके, सैंपल मिलेगा, सैंपल. पूरा थाली फ्री में नहीं मिलता है, थोड़ा चाहिए टेस्ट के लिए तो मिलेगा. आउटलाइन देखो, स्केलेटन मिलेगा.
Exactly.
Order
Actually,
confirm करो, confirm the training, then we will give you even the content. Second option, if they ask for a content also, okay, the detailed PPT and everything, what I propose is a 30% payment if you want the content, because most of the clients, some of the clients, not most, sorry, some of the clients will take it and give it to some other trainer or give it to an in-house trainer. You conduct it now. Reputed organizations may not do that, okay? These practices they would not do, but there are some clients who will do that. Yes, Sai, you have something to say?
yeah, actually, I have a great experience in this case. When I'm working in Chennai, so one of the clients they asked me to share the PPT. I have shared. I went there, I cleared, and after that, there is no response from them actually.
Correct.
Yeah, because after that, I got to know that the same PPT, the same content what I have shared, they have used in the inside of the organization other trainers actually.
Okay, okay. Yeah, it happens. It has happened with me as well. Yeah, I was very naive that time. They said it's a protocol. Without getting your content details, we cannot confirm your, training. So I shared it. I was not aware. I was ignorant. Yeah. So it happens. Anyone has a similar experience?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Even I had.
So
I only had one training with them. After that, they never called.
It happens. So if they ask, you give them, but you can propose them that, this is the charge. I would be very happy to share with you. Yeah, and I will share it right away. But this is the, conditions apply. 30% payment and get the content. Yes, Elrod.
So here, what I have experienced is, especially as a training partner also, when trainers, okay, have a completely text-heavy deck, all right? It means everything that they want to talk and cover is on the deck. That's when there is a threat of it, okay? The deck is, correct, if you use it just as a visual cue, whether you give it to the client or you don't, it doesn't matter.
Correct.
Don't load it with your trainer notes.
Don't give the details. See, now if you use some acronym, or you're using some concept, they are not aware. They don't know the explanation of that concept. You're only giving them the concept. Okay. So that is good enough. It is a win for you as well. Okay. Let them also see what values what value you are going to add to them. Yeah. So you also play smart. Don't give the details. Don't give the notes under the PPT. As Elroy said, just give some imagery or something. Yeah. So tell them, yeah, you wanted the content. Nah, this is the content. Okay.
Daisy has something to share.
Yes, Daisy.
Are you taking or?
Yes, Daisy, come.
So my experience says that nowadays content is nobody's proprietorship. Everything is available on the internet.
True.
So most of the times when people ask, give me the content or give me the deck, I always tell them that, these are the primary concepts I'm going to use. You can always look them up online. And if they kind of, resonate with your thought process, then we will sit down to do a content review and prepare the deck accordingly. So I tell them ki mere paas deck hai hi nahi banaya. So that's how I maneuver it to a point.
Okay.
With the real-time content, unless we are in an agreement.
Great. Yeah, as you said, content is, no one's, patent today. Okay, it's freely available. But even after having said that, like, it's your effort, right? Even if content is available, but you put in a lot of efforts. If it's your niche, you're reading 10 books and you're removing just 10 main concepts out of it. It's your work, it's your effort, right? Coming to the fourth step. Yes.
So I clearly tell them that I won't be allowing the sessions to be recorded, and I also won't give my PPTs. I tell them in the beginning only. So if they want to, hire me, it's fine. Otherwise, it's okay.
Okay.
So I make it clear. Because as Elroy said, it's your hard work that goes into, I think you said, Elvis, that it's your hard work that goes into making the PPT also.
Right.
So, yeah. So I do that, yeah.
Fantastic. Okay. So yes, guys, moving. Anyone was saying something?
Yeah. For the Manisha chain, maybe when we are doing training and everything, when we are showing and everything, maybe there is a chance that they can also download it, right?
No, how will they download it? Okay, when you're doing a webinar, you say?
No, whatever the time.
Can you repeat your question?
Yeah.
Is it okay, Elvis, if we just go ahead with this question?
Only try to be very brief.
Yes. Yeah, so what I'm saying that when we are doing a training or either webinar or either a in-person training or whatever,
Right.
At that situation, maybe they are whatever the details, whatever we are sharing through the digital tools, maybe they have also, maybe they download. There is a chance also there, right? I think.
No. So what you do, you take your pen drive, and so generally what I do, I take my pen drive, I take my PPT in the pen drive, we put it on their laptop. But when they are taking it on their laptop, I make it sure that I'm standing there, and after I'm done with the session, I take my pen drive and I also delete it from their laptop. So I do that. Yeah, we have to be a little careful in those terms.
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay, so yes, moving to the fourth step, the fourth ingredient of a proposal is your delivery methods. How are you going to deliver it? What is the methodology that you're going to use in delivering the content? How are you going to conduct the training? What tools are you going to use? Yes, so your delivery method, gamifications, activities, role plays, case studies. Yeah. For us, it may sound like, अरे ये तो normal है, but see, they are not from the training industry. Yeah, they need to be aware, like, how are you going to go about? Because most of the people think, अरे, is it going to be like a lecture? Okay, people out of the training industry are not aware of the tools and techniques that we use, the facilitation techniques that we use. Yes, so you need to mention this in the proposal. The fifth ingredient of your proposal is evaluation framework. How are you also going to evaluate to ensure there is ROI? Because today most of the complaints of your client is ट्रेनिंग तो कर लेंगे पर ये ट्रेनिंग ना टाइम पास ही होता है, लोग मजा करते हैं, अच्छा बोलते हैं, पर हमको ऐसा लगता है कि ना हम हमारा पैसा वेस्ट कर रहे हैं. Okay, so how are you going to evaluate the ROI? You need to tell your client. This helps to increase trust and transparency. So transparency is equal to trust, I would say. Whenever you're transparent, you tell them how are you going to go about, this is the plan, you increase the trust. If you say नहीं हम करेंगे, कुछ तो भी करेंगे, हम performance measurement करेंगे, okay, we will give you the report also कि इधर थे, now you are here, first you are at A, now you are at A+1. So mention the evaluation framework. How are you going to evaluate? What tools are you going to use? For example, in my proposal, we tell them that we are going to use some scientific tools, psychometric tests. We also give them a demo. Let's see, this is the test. For this competency, this is the test. We will be, scoring them on this competency. Post trainings, we'll have a follow-up after 15 days or 30 days or 45 days. We will again take a test. And this is how we are going to evaluate the ROI on the training. We are going to evaluate our trainings that we are going to deliver to you. So this helps people gain trust, the client gain trust in you.
Elvis, how can you evaluate ROI using a psychometric test? ROI is like a business this thing, right? Results.
Yeah, business results, yeah, but they would come later on. This you can call as ROE, return on expectations. That change in behavior, change in attitude.
Okay, thanks.
So I would call it ROE, return on expectations. The post saying they expected that the absenteeism should get less, or they are expected that people should, the retention rate should increase, the attrition should reduce. So these were the expectations that have been met. Now whether they reflect on the business needle is another question that need to be evaluated gradually later. But these are going to be the immediate outcomes of the training. The ROE.
No, for example, if they have expectation that attrition should reduce, psychometric test will not measure it. You need data from them, right?
In that case, psychometric won't measure.
So we need to sign some kind of a contract that this kind of data is required, because it's all up to them. We cannot get that data. That is the issue.
So we had discussed, I think so, this earlier. It all depends on our approach. If we go as an expert, okay, there's a patient who has cancer and he goes to the doctor and he says, no, I'm not going to allow you to take, what you say, scan me. Okay. But if he really has that pain, it is a pressing pain, he will say, here I am, I'm open, do whatever you want. So if I go with a training approach of a 1 day or a 2 day training, the client will not disclose all these informations. एक दिन के मेहमान को क्यों बोलना है सब कुछ? हाँ, तुम हमारे पार्टनर बनने वाले हो, ट्रेनिंग हमको पेन से प्लेजर तक लेके जाने वाले हो 6 महीने में, 1 साल में, then I will tell you everything. Okay, now I have a pressing pain, and unless I do not disclose my secrets, okay, I won't be able to get healed. So like what you are saying, Amay, it all depends on our approach. If I go as an expert, as a doctor, the patient will tell me what are his pains.
If possible, could you share me any tools
for
evaluation? Like the questionnaire, the assessment, yes, that we can know that 360-degree evaluation process. Rather than any ED.
Do you have access to the toolkit of IAAM, the common
yes
this toolkit?
Yes.
N number of psychometric tests in that.
Okay, thank you.
Someone had shared a few days back on the group.
Okay.
See, these psychometric tests are free, okay, but you get a very, what you say, not very detailed report. Okay, you do not get a very detailed report. Only after taking a paid service, you get a detailed report. And secondly, you need to be a certified assessor to assess these reports, to analyze the report. So this is the second point that comes under evaluation. Okay, so otherwise you may mislead, you may misanalyze the report. That will lead to faulty evaluation. So you need to have certified assessors to assess these reports. There are many assessment tools, psychometric assessment tools, like MBTI is there, Hogan test is there, DISC hai, 16 personality test hai, color test hai, so many. Yeah, it's there in the toolkit. You can access it. Yes, which was this, guys? Which ingredient was this? 6th, right?
5th evaluation framework.
Okay, great. So the next is the timeline. You need to mention the timeline. How are you going to go about? Now this is with regard to a training journey, a training calendar. एक दिन के इसके लिए there is no need of timeline and all. For example, recently we have given a proposal to one client, and it's a 3-month training calendar. We are going to do one training every fortnight, means one training in 2 weeks. In the middle, we will go for a follow-up, we'll do counseling, we will be doing coaching. Yeah, this is how we are going to go about. So we give them a timeline of the training journey. The stops, okay. हर 15 दिन में एक ट्रेनिंग होने वाला है, 7 सेशंस हो गए 3 महीने में, almost approximately 3 months, a little more than 3 months, 7 sessions, one every fortnight. This is the timeline. The next, this was the 6th, right, guys? The 7th one is your budget. how much are you going to charge them for this investment? Call it investment, yeah, not a cost. You can call it, this is the investment. So give a budget. Yes, that can include everything. It can include your traveling, it can include your stay, it includes whatever investment plus GST. Any doubts, guys, till here? These were the 7 steps. Anything not clear? Anything you would like?
What about the training requirements? We have to mention that also, right, in the proposal?
Right, that you can put it on the client details. That the client spoke this and this was his pain. Okay, and these are, and then whatever you propose,
right,
to address that pain can come in your session plan.
Okay.
That's the content outline. The content outline is nothing but your treatment, your prescription from pain to pleasure. Simple.
No, when I say training requirements, I just meant that
Okay.
the organization has to arrange the projector, or
Right. You can include that also. I'm just some basic,
because they get a clarity. What is the size of the room we need to so if the size of the room is this much, then we may not require mics. But if the size of the room is very big, then we will require mics. So that all
you can put under whatever logistics you require. Okay, whiteboard, pen, marker, sound system, okay, projector, a well ventilated space, a noise-free space. Okay, you need tables, you need chair. Sometimes your client even does not have that basic, basics that need to provide a water bottle, a notepad, and a pen to the trainees. This come under Maslow's principle. Okay, the physiological needs of your trainee. This makes the learning environment more conducive. When these basics are not there, no matter how great trainer you may be or I may be, but the space, that learning space is not well ventilated. People are suffocating. Okay, there is a lot of heat. There's a lot of disturbance, noise. So I need to also take care and educate my client about it. So great, you got this point. This also can be a part of your proposal.
Also,
yes.
Sorry, please continue.
No, I just want to point out there is a question by Vinod. Can travel, food, and stationaries be extra or on actuals?
No, I don't think you should charge extra. Okay, it is as per actuals. It is as per actuals.
Also, when you mention about the budget, do we put that in terms and conditions, like 50% before the training session starts?
We are coming to payment options. That is the last one. Payment conditions. Okay. The last point is payment conditions. Okay, now these are the conditions you decide based on your conversation. There is no standard. Okay, there is no standard. Everyone follows different practices. At IAAM, the practice that we follow is we take an advance payment of 30 to 50%, whatever. फिर उसके बाद तुमको कैंसिल करना है, कैंसिल करो. Okay, because we have denied our other clients because of you. So what happens, you also insure business because they have paid you advance, that is non-refundable. Okay, वो अगर cancel भी करते हैं ना, they will not cancel, they will just postpone or prepone, but you have ensured that you have got the business. So under payment conditions at IAAM, we do that. You may have your own practice, there is no standard. It all depends on where your organization is, where your business is, and what conversation you are having with the client.
Elvis, I have a question.
Yes, Chitra.
Now you said, work on your budget. So is there a ballpark figure if you're doing a one-day program and assuming that, if there are about 20 participants, is it, do you work it out on a per participant basis or per day basis? How do we do that?
See, it depends. I'm coming to you, all right? Just give me a minute. So it depends. Like, for example, if I'm going to invest my whole day, and if it's a 1-hour training, but I'm going to spend my entire day, okay, I cannot take any other assignment that day.
Correct.
And I need to know what is my minimum gain I want from that one day. What is my per hour value? Okay. How much do I need to gain from this day? So say for example, my minimum ask is a 40K per day. Okay. And the client tells you that we have only 20 participants. Okay. We say that you have 20 or you have 60. You can give an upper cap also. Okay. My minimum, my what you say, my charge is 40K per day. It's 40 per day. Okay. But again, there is no standard. My budget can be different. My ask can be different. Elroy's will be different. Vina's will be different. Yeah, depending on where am I in my career journey, where is my business, what conversation am I having from the client. Okay, so it depends all on that. Yes, Elroy.
So just two things that I want like to highlight for anyone creating the proposal. One is when it comes to money, we somehow tend to shy away and we do not want to be very explicit about the kind of money we charge. The second thing is whatever is your cost, all right? I recommend, and I have always been charging, if you have an input cost to your training, that means you have to procure any props, you have to create any, you have to take any license for anything, please take an advance of that amount. As far as you're putting your services into post-training, that's perfect because you're not losing anything. But if you have to input something before you finish the training, please take that as an advance. And as far as possible, do not keep money in a gray area. Be very clear. And things like travel, okay? It's a seasonal thing. During seasons, it can shoot up. So if you are accommodating travel as part of your budget, please make sure that you are considering a 5 or 10% markup, because otherwise airfare can suddenly go up by 5 or 10,000 rupees and you'll be putting it from your pocket. That's it.
Yeah, or else you can just put it as per actuals. Maybe if you pay and you then reimburse.
It's a safer bet as on actuals.
Yeah. Whatever, you can just put this, statement, traveling, food.
In fact,
I'm sorry.
If I may add, when you are charging on actuals also, in some organizations, even for the reimbursement, they have a policy of 10% deduction, TDS. So that puts you in a spot. Now you have to be very clear of what are their payment terms. It's not always just my payment terms. It's also about their payment terms. So you have to find that fine line that, you will not be shortchanged. And it is always good to separate your training fee and state your training fee as your training fee, whatever XYZ it is. And then overheads and then tabulate it, travel ka, stationery ka, etc., etc., etc. You can tabulate and give them clarity as to what is getting spent for what. And of that, you can take something in advance.
Great. So yes, I will also share a draft, okay, of the proposals that we sent. Okay, you can just keep it as a sample, maybe for those who are not into the practice of making proposals. Yeah, just last 1 minute, guys. We are concluding it because we are starting the Tuesday learning in the next 5 minutes. So yeah, so see, guys, basically proposal, it's a hygiene. Proposal is a hygiene. If you do it, it does not create that great difference. But if you don't do it, it can cause you harm. You may lose a client. So hygiene is something that you do. When you do it, no one will admire, no one will appreciate. But when you don't do it, it creates an effect. It has an effect. Yes. So as we began with the key message, proposal is not just a formal document. It is an invitation to partnership. Yeah, it is an invitation to partnership. So with that, guys, let's conclude. Any last intervention? Anyone wants to speak something?
Elvis, only one simple question. And that is for a starter now who has just starting his career as an independent trainer, what could be the minimum cost he shall charge? So no, his standard is also not below standard. He is not below standard, and neither is charging little high. and he is not from a metro city.
Not from a metro city. And what did you say previously before this?
So it should not be below standard also. What is the standard of the industry where his dignity, he does not fall below the dignity.
See, it is this question, the answer is very subjective. Yeah, I cannot give you a standard answer for this. It depends on the depth of knowledge you have in that particular niche. How many years have you been into that industry? What credentials do you have? What is your credibility when it comes to as an expert in that training? So it's very subjective, very subjective.
So the expertise is there, but he as an independent trainer, he is starting it. Expertise is not an issue, but as an independent trainer, he has no credibility. He is just starting it.
It depends, Manoj. I will not give a standard answer because I will mislead you. You have to also study your client. Like when we fix a budget, okay, we will go to the website, we will check how is the company doing, where all is their presence, what all is their products. We do a lot of research, and I do not do it individually. I sit with my team, okay, and we put a budget in a proposal. What will be the training budget?
Okay.
Elvis, few weeks back, you had shared one Excel sheet saying that for these many years experience, this is the pricing that a trainer can expect.
That's just a blueprint. Don't take it literally.
So he could refer that also to get idea.
You may refer that also. Amay, maybe you can share it, please, if you have somewhere.
Can you put the link for the next session in the chat?
Sure.
Or maybe text it on WhatsApp too. I'll just message you on WhatsApp maybe. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, guys, let's
okay, so
conclude.
yeah.
Just 3 minutes to go for Tuesday learning. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you very much.
Bye, bye, everyone.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Bye,
Thanks, Elvis. Okay, bye-bye.
Welcome for the Tuesday learning, guys.
See you all in the next session. Yeah.
Hello, bye.
Okay, bye.